Okay, so today's video, right? Today's video, first of all, I need to say sorry. I'm slightly under the weather. I don't think it's because of Corona. It's probably because I've been inhaling too much dust today from cleaning out my room and some other places. So, today's video is gonna be me answering to Jake's question of what's a different kind of depth, what's a different kind of squat depth that I have. I mean, not I have, but like, essentially he asked like, does squat depth matters, right, in terms of hypertrophy, in terms of strength and all. So yeah, stay tuned until my next after I'm done with my training for today, which are deadlifts and bench. I'm still gonna show my squats from yesterday. This is definitely an interesting and triggering question, I would say. So I'll see you guys after this. Okay, so the oh, it was so dark in this. So the 4 different kind of depths that we have, right? I mean, no. So like, yes, there are like a few different kind of depths, I would say, but to me, I took it down to like 4 different depths. One is the half rep depth, or like quarter squatting or something like that. 2 is the parallel squat. 3 is the powerlifting squat, and 4 is the ass to grass squat. So the thing is, you know, like this 4 different kinds of squat, they kind of like only 3 kind of fits the purpose. The first one though, the first one is probably why Jake is not getting any hypertrophy or like any size for his legs and all, because like, especially on squats, you're gonna see people like hop squatting, people who I'm not sure if I should do this, I'm not sure if I should put some weird half squat clips on here, the funny ones. I probably will, just to like trash talk some people. But okay, shall see if this helps with the lighting a little bit. Kinda does, but it doesn't really show my arms, so that kinda sucks. But okay, so yeah, you know, half wrapping, definitely don't do that. The difference between parallel squatting and powerlifting squat is, powerlifting squat, you just gotta go like an inch deeper from like squatting to parallel. And in terms of like rules, for, oh my god, what is wrong with me? In terms of rules, in order to get like white lights for your squats, your hip crease, like your hip crease is like somewhere like here-ish. It gotta be like lower than your top of knees, the top of your knees. Okay, so that's like how you get white lights from powerlifting, or that's kind of like how you get white lights from the rest of the world that knows how to squat. And the ass to grass squat, or the ATG squat, you will mainly see weightlifters do it, just because like a lot of like their movements when they do Olympic weightlifting start from the bottom. So that's why they do like really deep squats. But if you're Asian, the deep squats is probably when you use it in the bathroom. So, alright. So those are the 4 different depths for squats, right? The first one, oh man, half rep squats. Why would people even call it a squat, right? So, I'm gonna continue with my deadlifts and we'll talk more. Alright, Jake, so to answer your question, I'm gonna answer it with an evidence from science, you know. Essentially, it's a paper written by 5 different researchers that I will put a link down below. If you want to read it, you probably have to pay like $30 for it. So the paper was a research made by 2 different groups. One is a group that does like full range exercise versus one that do like shorten range exercises, and in a way, like for long-term effect, you're gonna see like the hypertrophy affecting more on the group that do full range of motion, stuff like that. So coming back, and also they kind of like did some in the research itself, they kind of like show correlation between those 4 different depths, and essentially the optimum depth that you need to hit is the parallel depth. You don't need to hit the ass to grass or the powerlifting depth in order to gain hypertrophy, right? But essentially the half rep squatting is just, it's out of the equation, right? So Jake, look back at your training, look back at your accessories, like when you do your hamstring curl, when you do your quad extension, when you do your squats, like what's your range of motion, like how far do you go and stuff like that. But if you are someone who's injured right now and you cannot do like a full squat, you cannot do a full range of motion like I can't do on my dumbbell presses because something happened here. I'm not gonna tell you guys about that. So if you cannot do full range of motion, then just like do the maximum range of motion that your physio or your doctors let you do, right? So that's all I have for you, man. Like in terms of volume, intensity, put those aside first. Just focus on fixing your form, focus on what's more fundamental, right? Essentially technique, range of motion, and time and attention. Those 3 are very like simple, but also people tend to neglect once they're like under some sort of like high load, high intensity. So that's why maybe you can see like your depth changes when you go from like 135 pounds to 315 pounds, right? So look at those. So yeah, I think that would be it from this week. I will show and answer more questions as we go.